Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Locked Into Leadership. My name is Matt Phillips. As always, my co-host.
Cass Anderson.
You said not to say your name. You said you could say your own name, and you said don't say my name when you introduce me. That's literally what you said.
I know, but it's been a minute, and I forgot that I said it.
Ladies and gentlemen, my co-host is
Cass Anderson.
And today we are interviewing somebody that I consider to be my new, up-and-coming friend, Hos, whose last name I think is Rushdie. Did I say it wrong?
That's close enough. It's Rushdie. It's Hosni Rushdie, but because of the difficulty of my name, I just go by Hos, H-O-Z.
And I have a lot of questions for Hos, but we're going to start with just the basic flow, ask you some questions. You know, there's a lot of what do you do and how does that work? But for background, I just want to plant this seed that Hos and I met because he interviewed me on his YouTube show. So we'll put his YouTube links up. And before we get into our normal questions, which by the way, Cass, I sorted for your normal questions. We can keep that in the clip, but your normal questions are in today's date. So just so you know that.
I saw them.
But Hos's video production has something that we don't, Cass. And this secret, I watched the video of what he did of me. This secret is good. He has a cinematographer. He has a guy that sits there, mics you, make sure you're in the shot, make sure all the things are set up. And when he interviewed me, this would be like next level for us. I'm gonna put us on speaker too. Remember that? He interviewed us, close-up shots. I got close up. I was like, let me tell. I was like, this guy is Steven Spielberg over here compared to ours.
That's quite a compliment.
But what does he do? I'm just curious for your YouTube show. What would you call him? Is he your cameraman?
I mean, he is. I put the title technical director next to his name when I do the credits. So he's been doing some production work for me in the last few months at Tech Alley Henderson. And lately, some of these events that come up where people ask me, hey, can you come do a show here at our event? So he is someone that I work with closely and at Tech Alley Henderson. So he's a great guy. Ryan Oplak, shout out to Ryan.
He deserves the praise.
Yeah,
does he do your little title smashes too?
No, I do most of that. He's helped me out with some stuff, but honestly, all the editing and all the stitching together and everything, I do that myself.
Got it.
He's in college. He already has a full-time job, and he does other things.
Liked him a lot.
Yeah, so he works with me because he wants to, not because he needs it, because he actually likes to, and I like his company. And I've taught him how to use OBS and everything, and him and I figure out things together. Good. Yeah, so he's come along very fast, very well, and I'm happy to have him in my corner.
He's secret sauce. Okay, so
one secret sauce here, as I can see, is super crisp video clarity too.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah. we do need that secret. Matt, get the
What do you use, Hos? I know we are so off script, but what do you use for your camera?
So I was fortunate to have some good friends in life, and one of my good friends last year gave me a Sony FX3, but believe it or not, that's not what I used when we went to the Dink for Hopeling at Chicken and Pickle. I have 3 webcams that I use that are very, very exquisite. I have 2 Insta360 Link 2 cameras and OS Bot, OSB or OBS Bot, something like that. I forgot the name, but they're 4K digital.
OBS Bot, tiny 2 4K cam. Yeah, okay. I just looked. We don't have it in our budget. Kat said I'm not allowed to buy anything right now.
Oh yeah, so I don't know if Matt told you this, but we do this as a service to businesses, and I think that we all have something to share around leadership. And when we join together and offer up our wisdom to each other, the world is a better place. And so kind of from a purpose perspective, that's really what we're all about.
Right.
It's $350. Anyway, look.
That's maybe not out of the budget.
Yeah, I if I have to choose one between the two, I would say go with the Link 2. If I can be completely honest, I love both, but I do like the Link 2 a little bit better.
The Link AI powered.
A little more.
Yeah, it's Insta360 Link 2.
All right, I'm looking.
Does it come with the cool software that makes your eyes always focus on the camera?
It comes with a software that's actually pretty nifty, but also, you like that I use the word nifty. It's like I'm from the 1950s. But also, it does have, just like the OS bot, it also has this gyroscope where the camera turns. So if I were to, and I don't want to use it right now because it'll start moving. But if I do some hand gestures right now, it'll start not only tracking
It's what the
me.
TikTokers use when they do dance, and it follows them up and down.
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty
So
amazing.
it'll start tracking me. It'll actually zoom in and out, and I'm trying to avoid my hand jet because I'm from New York, so I use my hands a lot.
So, and it's funny. It's aside from all that, Cass is 100% right. Your clarity of video is very
crisp.
It's crisp. So
Thank you.
It was noticeable right away.
I am on Amazon right now. So what we usually ask, right, is what's your mantra? But I'm not going to ask you that. I'm going to ask you, what do you do, Haas? What do you do?
Wait, can I say it, Haas, and then you correct me?
Of course.
Okay, so Haas turns enterprise chaos into shipped software, translating between government, program offices, engineering teams, and compliance until Agile stops being a slideware promise and starts being how the work actually moves.
That's a really good description, right directly from my LinkedIn page. I know this because I was updating it today.
But you see how good she does it? Like, she does it like,
I love you doing your research. I love the fact that you did your research. I love that. I appreciate that.
I still can't get your last name right. Anyway, what do you do?
So I'll explain it in three ways. The first thing I'll explain it is what I tell my kids and their friends when they ask me to come for a career day.
That's the one I want.
Teach grown-ups how to work together. That's literally the gist of it.
Can you come to our office?
Cass, you get one of us in trouble. Maybe both.
So, in a nutshell, I teach people, if I take that a little bit further, if I was talking to people in high school, I teach people how to excel in their own field and their own, like, I'm not, let's say I'm working with developers or portfolio managers, I'm not asking them to do something different than what they do. The only thing I'm trying to help them do is bridge the gap on communication and alignment. And I do that using the Agile mindset and methodology. Take that a step further, I'm an Agile expert. I'm an expert.
What is Agile?
Agile is, so there's a lot of misconception about the word Agile or or what it is. So Agile was basically a mindset and a set of principles and values that was created over 20 years ago or 25 years ago that said, we got to stop the way we do work. We can't continue promising something big right up front. Notice I'm using my hands again like a true New Yorker. Plan something big, plan it for a whole year, and then just have this, what they call back in the day, a waterfall approach to delivering things, which is plan big, document it, build it, then design it, then build it, then test it, then take it back, and then keep going back and forth. Before you know it, you're delivering something after a year, after it's been promised to be delivered after 6 months, or maybe even longer. Agile says, can we work a little bit better than that? Can we plan out big, but just deliver incrementally, like deliver every couple of weeks or every month or something like that? That way we can make sure that we're on track, make sure that we're delivering the right thing. But the most important thing is that we're continuing the collaboration, not only internally, but with the customer, to ask them, is this what you're looking for? Is this what are we heading in the right direction? Are we meeting your customer and business demands and needs, or do we need to pivot? So out of that mindset, a myriad of frameworks came out. You have your Scrum, your Kanban, your Scrum at Scale, Scrum.org, Scrum, everything. There's so many different frameworks that came out of Agile. And that's why today, when you hear anybody in the software industry or development industry, they say, oh, Agile methodology. Well, Agile is not a methodology. There's a bunch of methodologies. And one of the ones that I'm specifically certified and an expert in is called SAFe, Scaled Agile Framework. It's where you take the concept of how to work in a small team and expand it to an entire organization or an enterprise, or even in my case, government.
But wait, I just have a quick question.
Yeah.
Very quick.
Yes.
When companies aren't following your framework, what happens to them?
Lots of disconnect, lots of finger pointing, lots of egos get hurt, lots of missed deadlines, lots of bottom lines get affected. And then what happens, because you don't know where that chaos is coming from, and all that finger pointing, and I've seen it firsthand, then you have companies, leadership and executives who start making decisions based on wanting a quick reaction or a quick fix. That's what happens.
Cass, your witness. Go ahead.
Okay. My witness. Well, listen, I think Agile as a mindset, that's the first time I've heard it that way, and not a framework or a methodology, right? So I like that. And I think that's an important kind of point, because you might be doing lean, or in your point, doing safe or both. I think I saw that you also do lean.
Yep.
And that can really help a lot of leaders from a mindset perspective deliver, because you can use Agile not just in software development. You can have an Agile approach to sales, or you can have an Agile approach to HR. So like, as you're learning Agile, what was like a big aha or defining moment in your journey?
Well, it actually just that. When I started my Agile journey so many years ago, which I'm not going to say how long ago it was, but feel free to read my LinkedIn profile to tell people. I started off as a Scrum Master. I mean, I was kind of familiar with it, but I got certified as a Scrum Master and I became better at it. One of the things that happened when I was at a small company, I was working with just 15 people in the entire company. The team that I was helping with Scrum, I don't like to say the word lead. I transformed that team because it was just one software team. There was an incident where a sales manager was so frustrated during lunch. She came out and she was just huffing and puffing, and I stopped her in charge, like, hey, what's wrong? And she explained to me how she's struggling with this one individual, and then how he affected another individual, and things were not really. And I thought to myself, what if we apply that same logic and mindset, and yes, grab some of the methodology, but adjust them to that sales team to see if we're going to have any effect. This one is really personal to me, what I'm about to say. This was when I knew that I was on the right track. Within 6 months, that individual said, well, I knew for a fact that he was on his last leg. He was on a PIP, performance improvement plan, and he was about to be fired. After 6 months of me coming in and doing Agile and Scrum in their team, he was Employee of the Month. And I remember he got up and he talked, and I get choked every time I say this. He said, if it wasn't for you, I would have been fired by now. I probably would have been on the street. And I just started bawling my eyes out just listening to him.
Good.
Because that's when I knew right then and there that was my calling.
Good.
I love that. I love that, because you get to make an impact, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes you're like, oh, well, Agile, it's not going to change the world. Like, what am I doing to make an impact in the world? And then you see, like, if the impact is real and you really are changing the world.
If I can be completely honest, it changed my world completely, because I grew up thinking, talk big, again, New Yorker, Jersey guy, talk big game. And then when it came to delivery, I'm going to be honest, I'm not one of the guys that actually delivered. I felt like I was always misunderstood, blamed everybody. And then something happened in 2015 to me where, I'll just say, my daughter was born, and there was this kind of click inside of me that said, well, you can't really run away from things anymore. You can't blame somebody else for your problems anymore. So I took the same approach to implementing Agile changes, or implementing Agile, or my work, or whatever. And the reason it was so personal to me, because I felt like how he felt before that. So it's just a matter of, to me, it saved my life, and it saved my career, and it saved a lot of things in my own personal life as well. So to me, that was a connector for me. Like, I need to do this for other people. I feel like a lot of people out there, they don't know how to succeed. They just need a bit of a framework, just a small little kind of, here, there you go.
I love it.
When I met you at Dink for Hope Link, which we can talk about as a nonprofit, that's where I met you, and you interviewed me. Was that your daughters that were seeing at the event?
Yes, those were my two daughters.
You know what they seem like to me?
Yeah.
They seem happy.
Yeah, I hope so.
They did. They seem happy.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you, our normal question, because you're so easy to, I'm so easy to take a little ride with you, but I'm going to ask you, what is, so, you know, you're talking about agile, but I want to know what's your mantra or phrase that you live by as a leader?
I think I said it a couple of times, I think off camera, is that you don't need a title to be a leader, nor do you need permission. You know, if the opportunity calls for you to step up and do what you're supposed to do, then do it. You know, you don't need a title to be respectful, helpful, lead without authority. You can lead without authority. And that's what I've learned in the last 15 years of my life, is that I don't need a title or authority to have people do the right thing, or to help people do the right thing.
And then just a quick follow-up. What's something that makes your offering, your company, you know, your organization special?
This may sound campy, but I truly care that people succeed. I truly do. Whether it's a person, an individual, or an organization, or a small team, it's really important for me that they succeed. If I teach SAFe, I teach Agile, I certify people in my field. So let's say if you take a Scrum Master class or a Product Owner class in one of my classes, it's really important for me not just for you to pass the exam and get your certification, but I really want to see you succeed. So let's say you start off as a Scrum Master, and whether you've been one before or you're just renewing your certification, I want to see you in 6 months to a year applying for Advanced Scrum Master. I want to see you a year from there apply for get your Release Train Engineer or Portfolio Manager certification. I want to see that. I want to continue with you to make sure that you're continuing to succeed. I think, to me, so I guess my empathy part, or my not leader, but what's the word I'm looking for? I guess mentor part of me that just kicked in like I said, 15, 16 years ago, that just continues to be hungry for that.
Love it. I love it. I think I have often said our measure as a leader, it isn't just the KPIs at the company, which of course we're responsible for and accountable for, but it's how many people can you promote up and even out, like as a wish you well, and
yes.
Like you look at where you've going in your career. If you're always developing people, you will always have an abundance of great people that want to stay and don't want to leave. You know, that sometimes there's job ceilings, and if you are really truly about the person, you want them to promote out because they're at their ceiling at the current company, right? Doesn't mean you're not having them first train their replacement, teaching them about replacing themselves within as a leader, right? Those are all really valuable lessons. So I think I love that. I love that you said that, and I think it's super important.
You know, I know you have another question, but I saw our boss do something. My boss, Cass's boss, just to be clear, but I have a boss. He did something I really respect, and it's right along the lines of what we're talking about. His name is Mike, and somebody got offered a job recently, and they left, and he made an announcement, and a lot of people would be like, "They're gone. They're dead to me." And I've grown up in that environment and see the benefit of that too. Like, we're fighting. If you don't want to be on our team, get out of here, right? And he went, "She's done a great job for us. She was offered a job that we could not match. We wish her well. She has every right to go get something better for herself."
Absolutely.
She's earned that right.
Yeah,
I was like,
absolutely.
I have not heard that before.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you're just, you know, I think a good example of that is where I started my Agile career. I was with a small company. Again, only 15 employees. I was employee number 15. And the opportunity came for me to go and grow somewhere. Like, I already transformed the team. I already transformed the company. I transformed another team. So they were self-sustaining. Yeah, they could have had other opportunities for me, but for me at that time, I wanted more money and more exposure. What was really more important to me, though, it wasn't the money, it was a challenge. I wanted to be challenged. And the company that I was with, it was a small company. They weren't going to have that for me. So when I left, I'm still friends with the CEO. I interviewed him last year, and I still emailed him like a few days ago about the the documentary I was telling you I was making. It was, he's once in a while he'll hop in, and I mean, I got a few phrases from him till today that I use, a lot of stories that I use from him from our interactions, and I truly appreciate him being part of my lifestyle.
That's right. Yeah, absolutely. I think some of my best bosses and mentors throughout my career celebrated me when I moved on from their organizations, and still friends with them, 10, 20 years later. I was 5 at the time, of course.
Cassie, you said something really interesting too. I think you said, and correct me if I'm wrong, you said something earlier about sometimes people are comfortable in their own, I guess, role, right? And I think there's nothing wrong with that.
That's right.
For example, I don't think I am one day going to be a CEO of a multi-billion dollar. I'm definitely not going to make $1 trillion off, some stocks or anything like that. So I don't see myself as somebody I'm comfortable growing, being the best at what I do in my field. So I've had a couple of situations in the past where they were very mirrored to each other, but they were about 6 years apart. Where I had a QA engineer in one company that was comfortable being the way they are. They just didn't want to move forward. And I felt like I was pushing them because I was told as a leader, you're supposed to push people to get better or move up or whatever. 6 years later, and I didn't succeed, by the way, but 6 years later, I was faced with the same situation. And instead of pushing this other person to go and be promoted somewhere else, I said, what do you really want to be? I know you do QA, but what else do you want to do? Or what is it in QA that you're missing? What would make your life easier? So instead of pushing them to be something else or be promoted or be in front of people, because that person from 6 years ago didn't like talking in front of people. And I think that's okay if you didn't want to do that. This other person was almost identical, but except that I asked them, what do you want to be? What are you struggling with right now that you need help with? And I kind of pushed them in that direction to be the best QA engineer in their field or within their team.
I love it. I mean, I couldn't agree more. I have an author, Daniel Pink, who I follow and I enjoy. His book, Drive, was the first to introduce Motivation 2.0. What motivates you, and people hear me say this because I just find it so valuable, so this is not an original thought on any point, but people are motivated extrinsically by money only to a point, and then it has diminishing returns. So what truly motivates people intrinsically is mastery, autonomy, and purpose. So nowhere in those 3 things is a requirement from an ambition perspective to CEO, to your example.
Yep. That
being said, the inner ambition to mastery, I worked with a QA person, they were in QA their entire career, many, many years, but they developed QA automations before automation tools existed. They hammer tested, they had walls of phones, and we were doing telecom work at the time, and just every single phone ringing 3 or 4 lines at a time, that was his invention. And that is still the pinnacle of what was developed at the time, and it was incredible. And that's mastery. And for the bigger purpose, right? People need to be plugged into purpose, and mastery and autonomy and purpose go hand in hand, I think.
That's actually one of the SAFe principles, Scale Agile Framework principles, unlocking your intrinsic motivation.
Yeah.
So I appreciate it.
Who knew? I was in the SAFE framework and I just didn't even know it. Thanks,
that's actually one of the things I say. That's my other mantra. You probably are already doing Agile. You just don't know that you are.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. So what do you think executives that you meet on a daily basis are underestimating right now?
The psychological safety. I mean, I know it's a buzzword, but the psychological safety of your employees and, unlocking their intrinsic motivation. It's really huge because, having a job is great. Having safety is great. But that's not guaranteed in life. But having someone that think what's really lacking is a lot of people that are in leadership roles or executive roles, they don't really trust their employees to be autonomous. And I think that's a shame. I mean, I think Dean Leffingwell, the godfather of Scaled Agile Framework, said, you hire these people. Something about them said to you that these are the right people to hire for this job. So why can't you trust them to make decisions? And that's actually one of the safe principles too, is also decentralized decision making. Yeah. Like why can't you? There's a great video, and I'm gonna butcher the name. I might have to look it up, by a Navy admiral, who.
Such a good book. Turn the Ship Around. He wrote that.
Whoa.
Yes. It's like a 9-minute video, and I'm going to have to look it up. I'm sorry. I know we're on camera, but I'm going to have to do it up. He talks about autonomy. He talks about letting people make decisions, because me, as a CEO, let's say, I'm not an expert in the field that this developer or this QA is at. Why would I make a decision for them?
Yeah.
That's like me taking my car to a mechanic and telling them, hey, I know you see 4 flat tires, but what I'm really struggling with is the muffler. I think the problem is in the muffler, or the problem is with the ignition. Really? Because you're driving on 4 flat tires. I can clearly see it. So that's
you two make me want to read.
I know. Well, David Marquette's book, The Turn the Ship Around.
This
is the I intend leader follower versus leader follower. Because if I have to ask permission now, my 13-year-old son, this is something, I'm so glad you brought it up. I for sure need to bring this to our relationship. He's at that age where he's like, well, can I do this? This is what I want to do. And it's like, I want him to make good choices, but then I still have him ask for permission. And so those are not congruent processes. Like one is getting permission. He's turning over his decision-making to me. The other, I intend, is like, here's what I would decide if I was allowed to decide. And the more you do that, the more autonomous they become and the more capable and trusting in themselves. So it's part of confidence, right?
Absolutely. And it's, again, it's such a great video. I watch it every couple of months just to remind me why I do what I do. I mean, I don't need much of motivation, but it does motivate me and reinvigorate me. It is, everything that he says in that video is just spot on what you need to hear to know that you're doing the right thing, that you're not crazy.
It's a quick book too. If connected on Audible. Matt, you should link it to Audible.
I already Googled it.
In the notes of the show, or just right down here, we're going to put the link to.
Yeah, and please put the link to the video too. It's a really good video.
Okay.
That's perfect. We'll have to find
He's
the
a
video.
retired Navy captain, guys. I Googled that.